Hey, can I step in for a minute?
Dude, I'm not lying.
Can I step in for a minute?
Please do.
So the statement that's up on the screen in my living room right now. You just took it down. Put it back up.
Jesus Christ.
Exactly, Lady V.
I have had a discussion with every single one of you offline, privately, and I will openly admit it. I am not ashamed. We have had discussions. We have talked about certain things. And it was done for the respect for you guys to understand what's been going on behind the scenes. So instead of sitting here blasting me and Katie on all of your shows that you did in the beginning, and yes, a lot of you have apologized, and we are very grateful for that because that's all we asked for. And for the stuff to stop, that's what we asked for. Yep. The other side of the coin, Seth Rogers and his fucking stupid fucks, yes, I'm going to say it that way, are all out there playing their stupid ass fucking games. You guys are better than this, and you know better. Now put yourselves in our shoes. What if something like this happened to your family, and people go out here and they start blasting you on the fucking internet? You tell me how you feel. Yeah, I'm pissed. I'm upset, and it feels very disrespectful.
All right, guys, I was in the hospital for a couple of days. I guess I missed a lot. So that post, that recording you just heard was Chris Proudfoot on Queen Bee's panel, snapping. It's interesting because, Chris does come snap on panels sometimes, and people have misguided that, you know what I'm saying? And he's got all the reason to snap as far as I'm trying to understand this and put these clips together for you. But this weird rumors regarding Sebastian Rogers' case have gone to another level. So if you haven't heard this, you've been living under a rock, or you've been in the hospital like me. I understand everybody can't watch every live, so I'm sure people haven't heard or seen this. But there's a rumor that in the Sebastian Rogers case, that Sebastian Rogers, the missing teen, impregnated his mom, Katie. How sick and disgusting and weird is that for anybody even to think about? There's no facts behind that. This is really weird. Now, the opening clip that I put on this video is coming from you. Wait for it. None other than the moron intelligence agency known as AtNight Media that have done nothing in the Sebastian Rogers case. But let me actually show you the context now that you've heard the clip. As you can see, here's the clip I just played for you right here, minute 24. So here's the immediate post from Not Bright. AtNight Creative Intelligence has received recent comments made publicly by Chris Proudfoot regarding our client Seth Rogers, the diabolical and the only father of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. We categorically reject Mr. Proudfoot's characterization and any attempt to distort the motives of the integrity of those leading the search of Sebastian. Chris Proudfoot's public outburst was nothing short of disgraceful, and Cynthia Lee of AtNight, blah, blah, blah. He's attacking the only father this boy ever had while sitting on a mountain of unanswered questions about his own household. Every minute he spends raging on camera instead of helping the investigation tells the public exactly where his priorities lie. Mr. Rogers has acted solely as the father, desperate to find his missing son. Personal attacks, profanity, and public outbursts do nothing to serve the truth or bring Sebastian home. Blah, 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 blah. So as you can see, here you have AtNight trying to say that it's Chris who only does cursing and public outbursts and a bunch of nonsense. Now here, I'll show you the absolute contradiction in that statement as you see Seth Rogers in chat smearing the private investigator in the case, SF Investigates. He says, 15,000 to accuse me of horrible crap while my son still hasn't been found. And then he says, he seems to be more con than anything else, which hurts all the cases he involves himself in. Look, people, this is one of the most sickest rumors I've ever had. I've ever even heard. I don't even know what to report about on this or what to give it to you, but the rumor of Sebastian impregnating Katie, like, what is that? That is just disgusting on every single level. And for Seth, I listen, man, I get Seth's frustration, but to blame SF, look, you could despise the Proudfoots all you want. No matter how you look at this case, no matter how you look at it, they hired one of the best PIs out there. You don't have to you don't have to like SF, but he has found a lot of missing people. And to put the blame on him for one case that he hasn't found answers for is insane. He didn't do it on purpose. Trust me, if he could bring answers for Sebastian, he would have done it. But this is just wild. And these rumors are just gross. But this is coming from you, none other than Not Bright Media and people and members of the Green Team, because they don't understand the facts of the case. Here you have Bullhorn Betty still not understanding that the FBI, not the TBI, the FBI knows where Chris was. And if you followed this case, if you paid attention to this case, you remember one of Chris's outbursts was him telling this. And in the beginning of this clip, you heard him say he spoke with creators, and explained things behind the scenes. In the opening clip, I played that. I've been one creator to been privy to hear and understand some things going on with the case. Maybe not said on YouTube, like this example I'm about to play, where people were questioning where he was. I've been known, and I'm sure a lot of creators also who talked to him knew that the FBI knew where he was, where the Green Team keeps questioning. Now, because they can't understand that simple concept, right? And for him to go on, not for him to tell creators that, and for him to actually admit to it in another panel outburst about the FBI knowing where he was, if he was lying about that, right? They're watching this, they'd be all over him. They'd have questions would be ringing. They would be bringing him in for questions. Okay, he didn't say it for a long time, but meat potatoes, they know where he was. But this is a great example of how these rumors get started, and this is a great example of how these morons on the Green Team don't understand simple facts. Listen to Betty not only not understand that concept, but then throw in, because she doesn't understand that concept, then throw in some more disgusting rumors about Sebastian Rogers. Don't mind the editing of her face because it's fitting for this clip.
Theory that appears to have some. It's a theory of mine. It's a theory that appears to have some water. Holds water. So we'll see how that works out. But that's truly what I believe. And I truly believe when Chris disappeared for the 24 hours, I think he, in all fairness, and this is going to be hard for you guys, but the people know because I've told them this for over a year. I believe that Sebastian has been pieces is the best word that I can describe. And I think Chris has the stomach and was able to do that. I think Chris is he's been able to do a lot of crazy stuff, rip heads off of animals, do some really crazy stuff as a youngster, plus being in the Navy, plus doing past body recovery work in different countries. He's got the stomach for dismemberment. He's got the stomach for that type of because there's just something. It seems like after that 24 hours, he came back very confident that nobody would ever find Sebastian Rogers again. And there's only one way that I know that somebody's never going to find somebody again, and that's if they make sure there's nothing left of that person to find. And when I heard him say that, that's the first thing that came to my mind. And I trust my gut.
Wild, man. That lady should not be talking about any missing children. Mind you, there's protection orders, legality with Chris Proudfoot and his family still ongoing with that woman, and she's not understanding these simple facts in the case. It's wild. I don't know where this rumor came that Katie was impregnated by Sebastian Rogers. That's just gross, man. Theories are important in true crime, you know what I mean? But you have to back, at least some amount of little facts in between your theories or something. I'm not the theory advisor or the theory truth holder or the creator of theories and the almighty truth teller of people. It's just common sense. You can't just outright smear people in these things. You know, everybody wants answers for these missing kids, but where's this shit coming from? And it's weird because no matter what case we talk about when it comes to YouTube, there's a group of people who always are hyper focused on over sexualizing the missing children. And it's really weird. It's really weird how people sit back and just think of these demented things. Now, I understand with missing children cases and missing people cases, the hard truth, the reality is there is a bad force of evil out there. And when law enforcement makes arrests in all these cases, there's horrendous things happening to some of these kids, right? But there's a difference in law enforcement making an arrest and in the court hearings and through the arrest, through evidence, we find out, unfortunately, these horrendous things that happen. But you can't pre-think these things on these missing kids, right? Before you have any facts. You know, I would like to know in the comments below who came up with this, who said this, because they're just a sick friggin' individual, in my opinion. Just giving you the update. I'm sure you guys have heard some of this, maybe all of this, just my take on it. Until the next one, White Boy Radio, stay real, man, and stick to the facts. Until the next one. Leave your comments below because I will be reading them. What's up, guys? Hope you enjoyed the video. Do me a favor, hit that like, subscribe to my clip channel at White Boy Radio Clips, and in the description box is the link to be a member. Become a member if you can. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Stay safe, stay smart. Peace.